Hello, everyone. Great to have you back. Today, we're going to uncover the surprising stories of famous individuals who didn't just face the spotlight, but also the harshest challenges of life, which led them behind the cold walls of prison. Join us as we explore the lives of stars who once shone bright but now find themselves confined. Drop a comment with the number 1 and join us on this journey of their difficult path. Anon Singleton, known by his stage name Big Lurch, rose to fame in the late 1990s, but his career was soon derailed. His debut album failed to gain traction, and things took a darker turn when he was struck by a drunk driver, leaving him with a broken neck. Struggling with both the pain from the accident and the disappointment of his unsuccessful career, Big Lurch turned to PCP. However, rather than simply using it for pain relief, he quickly became heavily addicted. He stopped eating and drinking, continuing to use drugs, which led to powerful hallucinations and a complete disconnection from reality. Under the influence of drugs, Big Lurch became convinced that demons were living in his roommate's stomach. Standing at 6'7", he easily overpowered his 21-year-old female roommate, who had no chance to defend herself when he attacked and caused her death. The drugs he was using played a significant role in the horrific crime. When authorities found him after the altercation, he appeared like a madman, seemingly unaware of the brutal act he had just committed. In November 2003, Big Lurch was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole due to the grotesque nature of the crime. He was not allowed to plead insanity due to the influence of drugs before the incident. Tay-K, one of the youngest artists on this list, is currently serving a 55-year prison sentence. In 2017, he gained prominence in the hip-hop scene with his hit, The Race, which climbed the Billboard Hot 100 chart. But everything changed the very day the song was released. After 3 months on the run, he was apprehended by police. Unfortunately, Tay-K was connected to serious criminal charges, including a murder during a robbery. Despite his immense potential in the music industry, his criminal actions led to a steep price, and his career seemed to end as quickly as it began. In 2016, Tay-K took part in a home invasion that resulted in the death of a young man named Ethan Walker. The initial plan was to rob a drug dealer and his friends. Tay-K was placed under house arrest for these charges, but that wasn't his style. He cut off his ankle monitor and fled, even bragging about it on Twitter, daring the police to catch him. His escape lasted for 3 months, during which Tay-K released the song The Race, which became a major hit. However, ultimately his arrogance and defiance led to his arrest and conviction, bringing an end to his promising music career. While on the run, Tay-K's situation worsened when he got involved in a robbery that resulted in a man's death outside a Chick-fil-A in Texas. On top of that, he attacked and robbed a 65-year-old man, who later identified him to the police. These actions made Tay-K's legal situation even more severe. Since 2017, Tay-K has been in custody and is facing a minimum of 27.5 years in prison before he can be considered for parole. Joe's son, known for his small role in the first Austin Powers film, attracted attention not only for his acting career but also for the serious crimes he committed. His life took a tragic turn when he was convicted for acts of violence, sexual assault, and manslaughter. In 2011, he was convicted for torturing and sexually assaulting a victim in Huntington Beach. Later, while serving his sentence, he was also convicted of manslaughter related to the death of his cellmate, Michael Graham. Joe's son's criminal history began in 1990 with a horrifying case involving kidnapping, sexual assault, and threats to a woman's life on Christmas Eve. Initially evading capture, he was later linked to the crime through DNA evidence after being convicted for felony vandalism. Despite a brief stint in the spotlight, Joe Sun's criminal acts soon overshadowed any trace of a career. His violent and predatory behavior led to long-term imprisonment and ultimately, death behind bars. Joe Sun's story stands as a stark reminder of the severe and lasting consequences of criminal behavior, highlighting the deep impact such actions have on both victims and society. Kaalan Rashad Walker is a clear example of power abuse and manipulation in the online realm. He exploited his fame and influence on social media platforms to reach out to victims, creating a false image of personal concern and connection. Walker not only deceived but also took advantage of the admiration and trust of fans, especially vulnerable young women, to carry out acts of abuse. Walker's 50-year prison sentence marks an important step in holding sexual offenders accountable while highlighting the ongoing need to advocate for victims' rights and improve protective measures. This case also serves as a strong reminder to society and the legal system about the importance of safeguarding vulnerable individuals and ensuring that offenders are fully held accountable under the law. Zara Phythian, 39, and her husband Victor Mark, 59, recently faced trial at Nottingham Crown Court in the UK, where they were convicted of 14 counts of sexual abuse. Their crimes took place from 2005 to 2008, when the victim was still a minor. According to BBC, testimony from the victim, identified as A, detailed the couple's brutal abuse. The victim reported being threatened into silence and feeling unable to escape the situation. Additionally, Victor Mark faces 4 additional charges after another woman accused him of sexually abusing her between 2002 and 2003, when she was under 18. Senior Investigation Officer Parander Dillon expressed appreciation for the courage of both victims and hoped that the sentencing would bring them some comfort. He also emphasized that this case would serve as a cautionary lesson for others. Adidja Palmer, better known as Vybz Kartel, is a renowned reggae and dancehall artist from Jamaica, once celebrated globally. However, his life took a turn when he was allegedly involved in the theft of a firearm he believed Clive "Lizard" Williams had stolen. In retaliation, Kartel was said to have plotted Williams' death. Unlike another musician we'll discuss later in this video who ended up in prison after mistakenly targeting an innocent homeless man, Kartel faced significant legal troubles of his own. On December 29, 2011, authorities arrested Kartel, charging him with drug possession and illegal firearms. Although he was granted bail on these charges, he remained in custody due to his involvement in Clive Williams' murder. Kartel's trial faced significant delays, including a 3-year postponement due to challenges in jury selection. Finally, on November 18, 2013, an 11-member jury found him guilty after a 65-day trial, one of the longest in Jamaican history. Consequently, Kartel was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after serving 32 years and 6 months. This means he could be considered for release in 2046, in case you were wondering about the timeline. As for R. Kelly, Robert, his legal troubles began in the 1990s, but he was not formally indicted until 2021. In the early 2000s, he was one of the most popular R&B artists, but now he is serving a prison sentence for charges including human trafficking and sexual abuse. R. Kelly's troubles first came to light in 1994 when he was accused of persuading singer Aaliyah to falsify her birth certificate so they could marry while she was still underage. Disturbing events continued to emerge in the following years, including allegations that R. Kelly injured a woman in 1996. By 2002, videos documenting his inappropriate behavior with minors circulated widely, and a camera of his containing inappropriate images was confiscated. Despite this evidence, the charges were eventually dismissed due to insufficient convincing proof. However, the case did not end there. R. Kelly was accused of holding multiple women as hostages in a harmful environment, and as this information spread, many women courageously came forward to accuse him of abuse. As a result, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison in June 2022. Toby Willis is a shocking revelation behind the once-beloved TLC show featuring the Willis clan, a musical family led by Toby Willis and his 12 children who captivated audiences with their talent. Their journey took them to the quarterfinals of America's Got Talent in 2014, where they received widespread praise and admiration from viewers nationwide. But few were aware of the dark truth hidden behind the image of the Willis family, a secret that could have destroyed their entire reputation. Beneath the warm and loving facade of the family lay a horrifying reality. Toby Willis was, in fact, an unlawful sexual predator, targeting 4 girls, including his 3 daughters and a relative, while they were under the age of 18. This heartbreaking truth came to light in 2016 when a brave victim decided to speak out and report the abuse to authorities. Toby Willis was arrested, and even more disturbing details were uncovered. In 2017, he pleaded guilty to 4 counts of sexual abuse of a minor, permanently tarnishing the image he had built in the public eye. He was subsequently sentenced to 40 years in prison without the possibility of parole, and ordered to pay a staggering $1.4 million to his victims. Additionally, he was required to register as a sex offender for life. The repercussions of his heinous crimes rippled through his entire family. Bill Cosby, once celebrated as America's dad for his role in The Cosby Show, faced a dramatic downfall. He became the first major celebrity of the Me Too movement to be sentenced to prison for his crimes. Judge Stephen O'Neill, presiding over the case at the Montgomery County Courthouse in Norristown, Pennsylvania, delivered the sentence with solemn determination, declaring that it was time for justice. Bill Cosby, once revered as America's dad for his role in The Cosby Show, faced a significant shock to his career. He became the first major celebrity of the #Me Too movement to be sentenced to prison for his crimes. Judge Stephen O'Neill, presiding over the case at the Montgomery County Courthouse in Norristown, Pennsylvania, delivered the sentence with solemn gravity, asserting that it was time to enforce justice. Although Cosby did not show clear emotions when the sentence was pronounced, later reports indicated that he appeared at ease, smiling and conversing with his legal team. Despite having the chance to speak before his sentencing, Cosby opted to remain silent. Nevertheless, the discussions surrounding his crimes continue to resonate in courtrooms, serving as a reminder that fame and fortune cannot protect anyone from legal accountability. Before Young Thug became famous with hits like Pick Up the Phone and Lifestyle, he was reportedly implicated in several gang-related criminal activities. On May 9, 2022, the rapper was arrested on charges of conspiracy and gang activity dating back to 2013. A total of 56 charges were brought against him, many of which are extremely serious. One of the charges ties him to the rental of an Infiniti Q50 sedan, which was used in the murder of rival gang member Donovan Thomas Jr. In addition to the conspiracy and gang-related charges, Young Thug also faced serious allegations after police raided his home. He was charged with possession of controlled substances with intent to distribute. Furthermore, police found several dangerous weapons at his residence, including sawed-off shotguns and rifles. More gang-related charges were added to his case. Young Thug is affiliated with the YSL Street Gang, and 27 other members of the gang are also facing criminal charges. He is currently in custody awaiting trial, scheduled for January 9, 2023. If convicted, he could face up to 20 years in prison. Austin Jones rose to fame with his singing videos on YouTube, including covers and original songs, attracting over 500,000 subscribers and millions of views. However, in 2015, Jones unexpectedly canceled his upcoming Vans Warped tour and posted a YouTube video in which he acknowledged the allegations against him and expressed remorse. On June 9, 2017, authorities searched Jones's home under a warrant issued by a U.S. federal judge. That same day, Jones was arrested at O'Hare International Airport. He was subsequently sentenced to 10 years in federal prison on May 3, 2019. Shockingly, during the investigation, it was revealed that several other individuals had also attempted to cover up his misconduct. As a result, Jones's YouTube channel was removed. Danny Masterson's journey reflects the classic tale of highs and lows, with success overshadowed by turmoil. Born in Long Island, New York, in 1976, Masterson gained fame playing Stephen Hyde in the hit television series That 70s Show, captivating audiences with his mysterious character. However, his career took an unexpected turn in the mid-2010s, when serious allegations of sexual assault surfaced, tarnishing his once bright image. The major shock came in June 2020, when Masterson officially faced 3 charges of sexual assault. The public legal battle and proceedings have cast a dark shadow over Danny Masterson's personal and professional life. The fallout was swift, with his talent agency severing ties and distancing him from the industry that once embraced him. As of 2023, at age 47, Masterson remains in legal limbo. Public focus on the case highlights the complexities of fame, power, and accountability in entertainment. The case's outcome is bound to shape his future, profoundly impacting his career and personal legacy. Harvey Weinstein, the disgraced film producer whose predatory behavior sparked the #Me Too movement, was sentenced to an additional 16 years in Los Angeles, on top of the 23-year sentence he is serving in New York for sexual abuse and assault. In December 2019, a Los Angeles jury convicted Weinstein of molesting and sexually assaulting a woman known as Jane Doe 1. Her emotional testimony revealed the profound trauma she endured, emphasizing that no sentence could ever truly erase the pain. Throughout the trial, Weinstein's defense team attempted to justify his actions with sexist arguments, attacking the credibility of the victims. They even insulted Jennifer Siebel Newsom, an actress and wife of California Governor Gavin Newsom, calling her a shallow woman in an attempt to undermine the #Me Too movement. Despite Weinstein pleading for leniency, portraying himself as a frail 70-year-old man in poor health, and emphasizing his contributions to the industry, the court upheld the sentence. This verdict not only provided closure for the victims, but also served as a powerful reminder of the deep-seated issues of power, abuse, and sexism within the entertainment industry and society as a whole. Jim Gordon was a respected drummer in the realms of blues and rock music, known for his collaborations with Eric Clapton and Alice Cooper. However, amid the applause and fame, Gordon grappled with a silent torment: schizophrenia. Auditory hallucinations, including the voice of his mother, constantly haunted him. Despite his efforts to seek help, he was misdiagnosed with alcoholism, allowing his mental state to deteriorate further. Tragically, Gordon lost control under the grip of psychosis, with the voices urging him to commit a terrible act. In a moment of madness, he turned against his own mother, leading to a devastating outcome. Arrested in 1983, Gordon was correctly diagnosed with schizophrenia, shedding light on his anguish. Initially sentenced to 16 years in prison, his continued threat to society resulted in his extended incarceration. His story highlights the complexities of mental illness and the tragic consequences of untreated conditions. Despite his significant musical legacy, Gordon's life serves as a somber reminder of the silent struggles endured by many and the imperative need to understand and address mental health challenges. The murder case of C. Murder made headlines in 2003 when the famous rapper was arrested for killing Stephen Thomas, a 16-year-old fan. Corey Miller, also known as C. Murder, has consistently maintained his innocence since the incident. The case stemmed from a confrontation during a rap battle in 2002 when Thomas accidentally clashed with a member of C. Murder's crew, leading to a violent altercation that ended in Thomas's death. Notably, 2 witnesses testified that they were coerced by the police to identify C. Murder as the perpetrator. Darnell Jordan, a security guard present at the crime scene, admitted that he was arrested and detained until he agreed to cooperate and testify against C. Murder. The case also drew the attention of Kim Kardashian in 2020, as she worked tirelessly to uncover the truth and seek justice. However, despite her relentless efforts, C. Murder remains incarcerated, serving a life sentence. The only way for him to gain freedom is to provide compelling evidence that proves his innocence and identifies the true perpetrator of the crime that occurred on that fateful night. For years, Zach Avery deceived not only friends and family, but also big investors, convincing them that he could secure massive profits from movie deals that never existed. Promising projects that he claimed would be released on major platforms like Netflix and HBO, Zach swindled millions of dollars. However, when the truth finally came to light, those deceived realized that all of his promises were nothing more than elaborate fabrications. Zach Avery, once an aspiring actor, transformed into a smooth-talking con artist. But in the end, his deceitful actions led him to an inevitable downfall. In truth, Zach Avery was running a Ponzi scheme, using funds from new investors to pay off old debts while continuing his lies and fake promises. Eventually, his deceit caught up with him, and Zach was sentenced to 20 years in prison, along with being ordered to repay over $230 million to his victims. As he languished behind bars, Zach's fall from grace became a powerful reminder of the dangers of chasing dreams through dishonesty. His story echoed throughout Hollywood, serving as a stark warning about the importance of integrity and ethics on the road to success. Ryan Grantham, a 24-year-old actor known for his roles in television and film, shocked the world when he committed a horrific crime in 2020. Grantham pleaded guilty to second-degree murder for killing his mother, Barbara Waite, and was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 14 years. According to CBC, during a June trial in Vancouver, the court heard the chilling details of the case. Grantham shot his 64-year-old mother in the back of the head while she was playing the piano on March 31, 2020. Even more disturbing, he recorded a video confession of the murder and concealed her body. The shocking story doesn't end there. After the murder, Grantham loaded his car with 3 guns, ammunition, 12 Molotov cocktails, and camping gear with the intention of attacking Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. However, before carrying out his plan, he changed his mind and decided to turn himself in to Vancouver police. Presiding Judge Kathleen Kerr called Grantham's decision to abandon the attack his saving grace. Psychiatric reports revealed that Grantham had expressed remorse and feelings of self-loathing after killing his mother, along with thoughts of self-harm. According to CBC, the court concluded that Grantham had been battling depression for months before committing the crime. They determined he killed his mother to spare her from witnessing the violent plan he had set in motion. Thank you for watching today's video about the stars paying the price behind bars. We hope these stories have given you a deeper insight into the struggles they face and how their lives have changed. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on upcoming exciting videos. See you in the next one.